So I opened up my quiz, right? I took it outside, I went to Doceri, I worked it out, and I'm coming back here to submit. I click on insert, I click on media, I click on upload/record media. I click the little rocket chip, and it's on my end, you can't see it there, but on my end it says photo library. And it brings me to my photo library, and I click on the video I just did. It's loading on my, it looks like this. And I say use, and it's compressing the video. Again, it says this. And you have to wait till you see the picture, the little thumbnail of your picture in that box. If it is not in that box, it is not submitted. You have to, I'm going to say it again, have to wait until you see the image of your video in this box. Again, until you do that, it is not submitted. And then in the bottom on the corner here behind Leave Student View, that little teal box is my submit. You're going to make sure you hit it. You're going to wait on this screen until you see the video loaded in that box. It's still loading. It's still loading. It's still loading. It says your media has been uploaded and will appear here after processing, which means it's still processing. See how long it takes. And that was a minute video. Once it's loaded, obviously, I can click on Submit Quiz. But you want to wait until it's uploaded. Otherwise, it does not fully go through. Questions on the process while that loads?
Miss Chris,
Yeah.
I can't find insert, like mine doesn't say it.
What does yours look like?
Mine didn't say it either, but I clicked the
Are you in the app or are you on the web?
app.
The app. So if you click the three little dots on the right hand side, is it there?
I didn't.
You have a picture. You have the icon instead. Yeah. So your icon that looks like it looks like YouTube. It looks like the little play button is the same thing. It's this, like, here, let me show you. From the web, it's the three dots. But if I hit this guy right here, oh, it's so hard when it's zoomed in. Why would you do that? Brianna, you want to click, you want to click on, hang on. I know, that's super fast. Okay, mine finished processing, so I'm going to hit submit, but then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Hang on. Submit. Wait for it. Factor. Oh, we lost Olivia. So it starts the same way. I would factor. It's a plus 16 there. Okay. I would get A over X plus B over X minus 4 plus C over X minus 4 squared. All of this is the same. X minus 4 squared, X minus 4, and X. Rewrite the numerators. This time I'm not going to distribute like we did with the very beginning ones that didn't have a repeated factor. Do you remember these? Like the one we did yesterday, right? We just wrote it out. Then we said which one, what do I plug in to cancel out each one, right? So I originally would have plugged in at a 0, and I would have plugged in 4 to cancel out my variables one at a time, right? All right. Okay, I don't know why it's jumping. Negative 19 times 0 plus 64 would equal A, 0 minus 4 squared, plus B, 0 minus 4, plus C times 0, and I'd get 64. A, 16, this is gone and this is gone, and I get A equals 4. Then I do it with 4. Negative 19 times 4 plus 64 equals A, 4 minus 4 squared, plus B, 4 minus 4, plus C, 4. I get negative, what is that, 76?
Are you going to be able to do either of these two?
Yes. Negative, and C equals negative 3. Now here's the catch. The third number, when we do this normally, just comes from our denominator because they're 3 separate factors. When you have a repeated factor like this, you can't get the third number from there. But you could literally plug in any number you want except those 2 numbers that we started with. So I can't plug in 0 and I can't plug in 4, but I can plug in any other number I want. So let's make it easy. Let's plug in 1. And I get negative 19 times 1 plus 64 equals A, 1 minus 4 squared, plus B, 1 minus 4, plus C times 1. And I get negative 19 plus 64 equals A, negative 3 squared, plus B times negative 3 plus C. And I get, what is this, 45, right? And A times 9 plus B times negative 3 plus C. Now I already know what my A and my C are. I just don't know my B. So now I take these. So I get the same answer. I come back up to the top.
I feel like this is the fastest.
But you have to just plug in the A and the B, like instead of plugging in 1, you just plug in those numbers from the beginning.
You still have to plug in a variable for X. You still have an X. So, but you can pick anything. You just can't pick what you already used. So because we already used 0 and 4, I can't use those. But you could pick anything else. So this, you could totally do this option. It's up to you what you want to do, okay? There are, I'm going to post it, but I have 2 more practice examples with repeated factors that you can do with answers. I'll post that like in the next 10 seconds. I just need to edit one of them. And then obviously I would make sure that you're comfortable enough to start your quiz and then work through your quiz.
I am a diamond block.
It's very exciting. I don't know what that is. If it's Minecraft, I have no idea. Other than a creeper and I have no idea.
I am one of the best results to get.
Questions on this second method, guys?
I am beautiful and I have many friends.
Everybody good from home? All right. Okay, so I'm going to work through each of these problems, one method and then the other. So I'm going to take out an x on the bottom. I get x squared plus 4x plus 4. And that factors into x plus 2 and x plus 2, or x times x plus 2 squared. So there's your repeated factor. A goes over x. B goes over x plus 2, and C goes over x plus 2 squared. Multiply the numerators out by what they're missing. So this one gets the x plus 2 squared, this one gets the x and the x plus 2, and this is just the x. So now I get 7x squared plus 15x plus 12 equals, this is that. So it'd be A times x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus bx times x plus 2 plus cx. Distribute the A. And the bx. And then we're going to group all the x squareds together. All the x to the first. And the constant. That's the one we can solve. So I get a equals 3. Take that, plug it back into the one that has 2 variables, but let's eliminate the x squareds first. 7 equals a plus b, and then a is 3. So 7 equals 3 plus b. B is 4. Get rid of the x's here. Take the a, plug it in. Take the b, plug it in. And c equals -5. Then plug them in to here. So a is 3 over x plus 4 over x plus 2 minus 5 over x plus 2 squared. All right, then the second one, I'm going to work out the other method. So we do the same thing, factor out the x. And then factor, this would be -6 and -6, or x minus 6 squared. So a over x, b over x minus 6, and c over x minus 6 squared. This time we're going to multiply the tops by what's missing from the bottom. So this is going to get x minus 6 squared. This is going to get x and x minus 6, and this is just going to get the x. So -9x plus 72 equals a times x minus 6 squared plus bx times x minus 6 plus cx. Then we want to cancel these out one at a time, a, b, c. And to do that, we start by setting this equal to 0 and this equal to 0. So we're going to do an x equals 0. And then we're going to do an x equals 6. And then you can pick any other number. So we're going to pick 1. Plug in the 0. -9 times 0 plus 72 equals a, 0 minus 6 squared, plus b times 0 minus 6, plus c times 0. So I get 0 here, 72 equals a times -6 squared. This 0 makes this cancel out. This 0 makes this cancel out. 72 equals a times 36. Divide both sides by 36. And a is 2. Repeat with the 6. So -9 times 6 plus 72 equals a, 6 minus 6 squared, plus b times 6 minus 6, plus c times 6. This would be -54 plus 72 equals, here's my 0, so this cancels. Here's my 0, so this cancels. And then I get 6 times c. This is 18 equals 6c, divide by 6, and I get c equals 3. Then I go to the last one. So everywhere there's an x, I'm plugging in that 1, -9, times 1 plus 72 equals a, 1 minus 6 squared, plus b, 1 times 1 minus 6, plus c times 1. So -9 plus 72, which would be 63. This is -5 squared, that's 25a, plus b times a -5, so minus 5b, plus c. And I know a is 2, and I know c is 3. So 63 equals 25 times 2, minus 5b plus 3. 63 equals 50 minus 5b plus 3. So 63 equals 53 minus 5b, Subtract the 53. 10 equals negative 5b, and b would equal negative 2. Then I've got all three. Plug them back in up here. 2 over x minus 2 over x minus 6 plus 3 over x minus 6 squared. So remember, it doesn't matter which method you choose. You will have a repeated factor in your quiz, so you can use either one. Just make sure you explain all your steps.